books, the smell of books. But.
I was born in a small town and went to a small school, so we were not privileged enough to have a library in our school or even in the whole town. Most people of our area didn't realize there was a need for a library where people of all ages could go to read books, not only for education but for enjoyment as well. Fortunately, my father was very fond of reading books and he was able to sense this gap, so he started buying books from multiple sources, and within a few years he established his own library and started running it as a side business. He compiled a huge collection of books from different genres. I remember my siblings and I started spending a lot of time in his library reading different books on a daily basis. I particularly loved reading children's monthly magazine named Nonehal, published in Urdu. It used to have interesting children's stories and other fun segments for kids. A few years passed and the number of our library visitors started decreasing due to the boom of internet. And then came a time that not a single visitor came to our library to rent a book for many months. So it became very difficult for my father to maintain the library with no demand. So sadly, he had to shut it down and had to donate most of his books as he himself got busy with his full-time job. I also got busy with my studies and stopped reading for fun. An era of beautiful memories ended. Then I started my engineering studies. My course books were already consuming most of my time, so reading became an undesirable thing for me, something that I was forced to do to get good grades. And years passed like this. So my friendship of books almost turned into a relationship of dislike. Then one fine evening, when I was very depressed and lonely and didn't know what I was doing with my life or what I actually wanted, I stumbled upon a book. It seemed interesting, so I started reading without any expectations. I read the first few pages and oh my god, it was love at first read. The book named 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and my brother had brought it home. I was not a teen back then, but that book came at the right time as it was what I needed the most. With this book, I got introduced to the field of personal development and self-improvement, and it reignited the spark of love within me for reading books. I really enjoyed reading that book. It was easy to follow with clear guidance, showing baby steps one could take to gradually improve their life. I laughed at the stories in the book and cried when the writer pointed out common issues young people face, as if he was directly talking to me. I read the book twice and it really influenced me deeply. Since then, I have read numerous self-help books. I have bought some physical books and sometimes I download ebooks. I also like to listen to audiobooks at 1.2 or 1.5x speed because it's easier to listen when doing chores or having a walk outside. Now I truly love and enjoy reading self-help books and books related to psychology, about human minds and behavior, and how to understand the deeper concepts of our life. It helps me to improve myself and grow emotionally and intellectually, and enjoyment is a bonus point. So now it's my favorite hobby and go-to option if I feel drained from a rough day. A good book can really recharge a person with positive dose of energy, especially if you are an introvert like me. Overall, reading books is a deeply enriching activity that benefits your mind, body, and soul. It's an accessible and enjoyable way to improve various aspects of our life. Now let's talk about some tips on how you can fall in love with this amazing habit. The most important tip is to start picking books of your interest. Picking a book that you enjoy reading and is aligned with your taste and passion will make you fall in love with the habit, and you won't find it much difficult to finish the book as the book will keep you captivated. If you don't know what will spark your interest, Try reading different types of genres, from self-help to thriller or romance, history, horror, science, philosophy, psychology, or art and crafts, you name it. Nowadays you can get dozens of ebooks or audiobooks on internet with a single click, so there is no excuse. If you have busy schedule, then try out these tips. Start small and set an achievable target. For example, read for 15 minutes before going to bed, or try using your commuting time or chores time to listen to an audiobook. Find a cozy, quiet spot where you can relax and focus on your book. The more comfortable and inviting the space, the more you will enjoy reading. Try different formats of reading. If you are struggling with physical books, try experimenting, like picking ebooks or audiobooks. In fact, you can try all three of these options, as each has their own pros and cons. For example, when you are busy with other routine tasks, try listening to an audiobook. When you have relaxing time before bed, try reading an ebook. And sometimes, if you want to treat yourself, order a physical book with glossy pages to have more luxurious feeling while reading. Make the process fun, and it will be easier to continue in a long run. Create your reading list and celebrate your reading milestones as you achieve them. Also, follow book recommendations from trusted sources like friends, your favorite bloggers, your favorite YouTubers, or online platforms. Reading reviews and getting excited about a new book can motivate you to pick it up for reading. Speaking of book recommendations, I have separate videos for that. You must go and check them. Link is provided in the description. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments about your story with books. I would love to hear from you. See you in the next video. Bye for now.